Alright guys, I think you've seen this style of key mummying before from someone called Easy Money 4x4. Very cool way to do it. Easy way to recycle some stuff too. Little lead seal holding that key in there. He told me that was the wrong name. He used that, I don't know if it's his Twitter handle or some other social media group. His real YouTube name is SilentBob4x4. So just remember the 4x4 guy is the one who uses tubing. Got another challenge lock. This is number 2. Took a quick look at it. It's a wide open keyway. It looks like it's only 5 pins. No weirdness around the body of the lock. The only weirdness is right here, but I think he just ground that off, hopefully. And I might even be able to gut this without hurting myself. That would be refreshing. Anyway, wide open keyway. So I think I'll be able to use my Attila and get in there. 5-pinner. All right. I'm just running it through to count the pins, and it feels like number 1 and 2. I don't know if you can see them, but they're just floating. They're just like they have very minimal spring tension. But then when I get back here past 1, when I get to 2, 3, and I think the whole family, we're looking at super springs, a lot of resistance, even a 25 thousandths Attila. Like I said, with these super springs, they don't really add a lot to security, but they sure do put a lot of stress on picks. I can't tell you how many of those I've broken lately. Luckily, I buy them in bulk. Let me get this bad boy in the vise and figure out how to tension it, and let's see if we can get into it. All right, guys, we've got a lot of play in this core. I'm going to go ahead and let's do, I did the last one counterclockwise. Let's do this one clockwise. Put a little mark right here. And because it's shiny, we'll put another one right there. Hopefully one of them shows up. I do still have the key. Let me cap this thing in the background here. Do still have the key. Still got the original lead seal on it. Let's see what Silent Bob's got in here. Again, I'm going to use the Attila because these are super springs and this wide keyway lets me. So I'm just going to run in there and just check first. I'm going to put a little tension just to see if I find a binder. Use like pin 2. All right. Heavy tension. Okay, that was pin 2. Got a little click. Now pin 1 and pin 4. Let's go with pin 1. Okay, pin 2. Back down. Got him. Okay, the only one binding is pin 2. Okay, there we got him again. Okay, pin 5 is now the binder. Come on, don't break. All right, I must have let off some tension. He's, oh, there we go. I was going to say he's bound up. Pin 2's back down. I just got to click off him. We'll go with that. Okay, let's come back to 2. Got another click off him. Okay, now 3 is a binder. Oops. Got accidentally 2 clicks off of him. Two again. There we go. 3 again. There we go. Felt like we got a little bit of a fault set going now. Okay, that was 4. I definitely have a fault set. I barely touched him. I'm looking for feedback and I don't see any. Okay, I'm going to let off my tension a little bit. Trying to coax some feedback. There it is, pin 3. Very minor counter rotation. If I can get on him. He clicked, but I lost the fault set. There we go. 4 gave it back to me. There it is again. 4. Counter rotation. Make that 3. Don't break. Don't break. Where are you? All right, I'm going to make a gamble here. If I was making a lock, I would make the last one very high cut. So, none of them are giving feedback, and he's not either, but I'm going to take a chance. See if he's the one. Lighten up and pop 5. Oh, that is how you spell overset. All right, I'm going to rake, so maybe I can rake him back down. Fix my error. All right, we're back. 2's down. Got him. 1, counter rotation. Got him. Okay, now it's 4. Let's leave him alone. Let's go to 5. Okay, there's 5. There's 3. Got a deep fault set. Well, the deepest so far. How about that? Counter rotation on 3 again. Very slight. Okay. Okay, that's another click on 3. We lost the fault set. Let's check 5. He's good. What in the world is going on here? That was 5 again. I think I've overset somebody. All right, let's recock. Try it again. I'm at 6 minutes. I got 4 minutes. Give me a break. Heavy tension. There it is. 2 again. All right, we had to pick him twice last time. Let's just do it both times right up front. He's still giving me counter rotation. And he gave me a lot more. There were a lot more clicks on him that time. All right, that was 3. 4 is all the way down. Leave him alone. Let's go right to 5. And he is not talking. That was 3. There we go. Very deep fault set. Pin 2 is now giving me counter rotation. Don't break that pick. That was 3. Fell a little bit deeper, if that's possible. Pin 4, counter rotation. And there we go. All right. I'm at about 7:50 on my camera clock. Let's call it good. Didn't break the I didn't bring Miss Siri out. I got tired of her talking back to me. All that back talk just made me... I buried her in the backyard, and I'm going to leave her there until the battery runs down. That ought to teach her. Whoop, 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 whoop. All right. Let's lock him up. Let's take a look at that key. Trying to figure out a good place to cut him so it doesn't screw anything up. But we can't really reuse safety wire with a seal on it. I think easy money. I think Silent Bob knew just what he was doing there. Let me fix this camera and get him centered again. My clumsiness. All right. Wow. Quite some resistance. There we go. I was going to say it didn't work, but there we go. He does work. He does get caught up, but if you jiggle the key a little bit by pushing down on the front, it works good. So one of those key pins is just a little bit miscut, but we're going to call it good. The key does work. So I got no room to complain. Well, I always have room to complain, but you guys just make fun of me. Just like everybody else in my family and all my friends, and you know the deal. Well, both of my friends anyway. Okay, enough of my problems. I need a decent follower. Shim, Bill, shim. I am going to try it. Because we know that something really caught up in there and was snagging. Get in, get in. Okay, that ought to do it. Let's see what we got here. Wow, that core is really tight. Nothing unusual. A little bit of unusual, but not that bad. There's some serrations in there, which is exactly what we would suspect. All right, we have serrated, homemade looks like. Standard, serrated. And he is a sub-caliber pin, smaller diameter than the rest of them. And a serrated. And we have some alien tack here. We have threading in 1, 3, and 5, and we have undercutting in 2 and 4 on both sides. So it doesn't matter which way I decided to pick it. SilentBob4x4 had me by the you-know-what. And we have, so if I get this up here, we have a serrated. I almost thought that was one of those German floating, had little rings on it. Really fine cuts on that guy. Okay, pin 2, what did he do to us? Oh, wow, did you see that? That thing really jumped. Again, homemade. Look how fine the cuts are on the serrations, but that spool was the part pointing down, and look how narrow the waist on that thing is. And that was for the undercut chamber, chamber 2. Chamber 3 is probably more serrations because it was serrated in the Bible, and that pin just barely pops out. So he was hiding behind that really strong spring. Homemade, beautiful work, nice. Tiny little cuts. He must do that with like a razor blade with a micro lathe that he carries around in his pocket. Let's see if we got a... There we go. I knew there was one of them in there somewhere. Super spring. Those are the pick breakers. Okay, number 5 just barely popped out. Little serrated guy. And he doesn't want to come out. Very fine little spring. Hardly any energy at all to compress him. And chamber 4, pretty vigorous coming out of there. It looks like an angled spool, like a mushroom. Come on, focus for me. Focus, baby. And another stubborn spring. All right, I'm missing one spring, and that was in chamber 2. And there he is. Another one of these super springs out of probably out of a big lighter. You guys are killing me with these things. I have probably busted close to 10 picks trying to defeat those. Inside of here, I am seeing, get the flashlight, threading in chamber 1 and 2, and threading in chamber 4 and 5. Well, wait a minute. Every single one of them, we're looking at threading. So a lot of sharp edges. for the sharp edges on these pins to grab. All of these are homemade, beautiful work. Let's get it up here and take a closer look. Look how fine these are. That is true. I wish you, Silent Bob, send me an email. Let me know how you do that. That is really cool, especially with the threaded serrations like from a tap. Those are excellent for grabbing inside of there. This is the one I thought was had floating rings on it. These are just serrations, guys. Serrated, and this one is a spiral. Looks like a spiral serration. Standard pin. This is not a key pin, by the way, but it is a smaller diameter. It's almost like it's a little piece of brass rod that he's just cut off flat and stuck in there. We have a spool in chamber 4, a serrated in chamber 5, and then of course the key pin is also serrated. What a great job. All right. Appreciate your time, guys. Stay safe, stay legal. SilentBob4x4. You almost got me. These little springs are killing me. I can say that. I'm going to start getting a pile of broken picks together and sending out bills for you guys that use these super springs. Appreciate your time, guys.